Which countries get the best night's sleep? Asians sleep later, shorter, and less well. Sleep is essential to human health. It takes up around one-third of people's lives, and yet surprisingly little is known about it. Understanding of how sleep varies across countries is particularly limited. It is well known, for example, that people in East Asia tend to sleep less than those in America or Europe, but not whether the quality of their sleep is better or worse. Surveys know that some countries are peopled by night owls, but others by early birds. But why this is so remains an open question. A newspaper attempts to fill some of the gaps using anonymized data collected from a popular wearable device between January 2021 and January 2022. Researchers from the National University of Singapore and Aura Health, a Finnish sleep tech startup, analyzed the sleep habits of more than 220,000 people across 35 countries. Whereas sleep research has historically relied on survey data collected from a small number of people at a single point of time, sleep tracker apps can track sleep objectively from the movements, heart rates, and body temperatures of large samples of users over long periods. The researchers found that sleep patterns vary considerably across countries. As expected, the worst sleepers are mainly in Asian countries, where on a typical weeknight people snooze for less than 6.5 hours, roughly 30 minutes less than those in the rest of the world. The best sleepers are mainly in Northern European countries, Estonia, Finland, Ireland, and the Netherlands, and in Australia and New Zealand, where users log a solid 7 hours on average. Bedtime and wake-up times tend to move together. The authors note that the Asian sleepers tend to fall asleep 35 minutes later than the average and wake up around the same time as people elsewhere. Sleep quality also tends to go hand in hand with sleep quality. Previous experiment research has shown that when they have less time to sleep, people tend to make the most of it, spending a higher proportion of time sleeping and less time counting sheep. The study found the opposite. People in Asia not only go to bed later and sleep less than folk in other parts of the world, they also spend more time tossing and turning. Their sleep is less consistent too. You might expect that such poor sleep during the week might lead to more sleep on weekends, and when people across the world tend to sleep 5 to 25 minutes longer. But authors found that even those Asian sleepers doze less than the Europeans during the day, they also enjoy less catch-up sleep on Saturdays and Sundays. The researcher concludes that social factors, including childcare, work, and cultural practice, may matter more for sleep than previously thought. Observance of the dawn prayer may hinder sleep in Muslim countries. For example, the same goes for afternoon siestas at Mediterranean countries such as Spain, Greece, and Italy. The authors hypothesize that work may play a particularly important role in shaping sleep patterns around the world. Time use surveys, they note, show a strong relationship between long work hours and short sleep. Even after accounting for holidays, South Korean workers toil for 36.5 hours per week on average, compared with just 27 hours of the Dutch. It is little wonder Koreans get 40 minutes less shut-eye per night.